The following segment is sponsored by Intermountain Healthcare and the Utah Department of Health.
Well, welcome back. It is Suicide Prevention Month. It is a topic that, we've talked about before, but do we really get into opening the door to make it something that we can talk about and hopefully prevent folks from taking their lives? We have Katrina Jensen here from Intermountain Moms, and we know that suicide is the leading cause of death for young people, 10 to 17, and at least that's what the figures showed in 2015.
In Utah, yes, it's sobering, Ron, and I think mostly males, mostly death by firearms. So when we talk about ways to prevent suicide, we have heard this before, but the first thing to tackle is awareness and acceptance that this is a real problem. Just like we would talk about cancer or some other medical problem,
yeah.
Right? Depression, anxiety, there's bullying, there's all kinds of things that are pushing kids into this. But I think if we can become aware and acknowledge that this is a real medical problem, and then go ahead and make sure that we help our young people, especially our young people, get treatment. Access can be challenging with mental health providers, so be diligent as a parent or as an adult that's mentoring or a teacher. All of us need to be, I think I talked about it as the elephant in the room because it is really difficult to talk about. It's kind of like talking about something like death, which is really hard to acknowledge. But if we open that door and we make it okay for kids to talk about this, there was a vigil up at the Capitol last night.
Yes.
There was a press conference on Monday. There's a lot of attention to this. Intermountain has a initiative called Zero Suicide, and our goal is to decrease suicide by 10% in the state of Utah by 2022. And we also just participated in a walk, the Out of Darkness Walk, which is a great name, like bring it out of the dark, like bring it out of the closet, if you will. And Intermountain had a large group of caregivers that participated at Sugar House Park last Saturday, as well as there were over 6,000 people walking. So
there are a lot of people that are talking about it now. They're coming forward, and
there are.
Yeah. So we're making, I guess, progress that way.
I think we are. I think I just read also another stat about military personnel that those rates are going up. That anyone that's served. So really, this is everyone's problem. I think that's really the message today. Is that let's get together and be strong and face the reality of what this is. And this is a crisis in our country, in our state. And there are ways to mitigate some of these things, like locking up firearms, making sure you have a safe plan, the kids have the Safe app, Utah, et cetera. There's lots of things and lots of resources on the website.
Right. And also the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-TALK. And if we think that someone's having a problem, I guess confront them.
Yes, absolutely. And say, do you have a plan, and how can I help you?
Right.
Yep.
Katrina, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Ron.
that. Okay, back to you, Jane.